is going to be the loser bracket Group 2, which was Kenzie, Enemy, Anko, and Han in that group. Each player had to play every other player one time in a best of one. One win gave them 1 point, and Han, sorry to say, had to forfeit his place in this tournament. He doesn't have time because of the Bombastic Star League and so on, so he has been crazy busy with doing designs for that tournament and haven't been able to play that much, alongside with work and the holidays. So we're going to be seeing 3 games here. It's going to be between Kenzie and Enemy, Anko and Kenzie, and Enemy and Anko. So 3 games on, I hope it's 3 different maps. So let's see here. Yeah, we're gonna start with the first game that was played. I think that was between Enemy and Anko, if I'm not mistaken. And it's gonna be on this map. It's Legacy of Char, and it's a 4-player map, as I said before. The most standard map of all the maps in this round's map pool. Still very far distance between every player here, except for the airway. So if you're playing PvP, or if you're playing CVC, or if you're playing CVT or TVT, a lot of drop plays goes hand in hand with this map. And also, if you're playing Terran, it's easy to put tanks down the ledge here and be able to target the mineral fields. So Terran slightly having a bit of an advantage on this map also. But since we only have like 1 Terran player in iRk at the moment, or 2, yeah, not that big of a deal. So let's head into it. First game in Group 2 is, as I said, between Enemy and Anko. Both players main Protoss players, so gonna be interesting to see what they are gonna choose. And it seems like they are going to play Protoss versus Protoss. And starting in the top right corner, playing in the purple suit, it is our American Protoss player Anko. And in the bottom left corner, playing in the red suit, it is our Swedish Protoss player AgGe, or Enemy. And as I said when I casted iRk versus Arab, I was home in my hometown for Christmas celebrations, and I had the pleasure to meet up with AgGe and iRk in real life on their lawn with their friends. Cool stuff. I was there for a night and played some hockey as well. Haven't been on ice skating for a lot of years, maybe 10 years. So a bit shaky in the beginning, but I got a hang of it. Was pretty sore for a couple of days after that. Not the usual exercising that I'm usually doing. But it was really fun to meet up with those guys, and really good people, really nice persons, and yeah. AgGe beat the shit out of me in table tennis, and so did iRk, so yeah. Alright, so both players going pretty standard builds here. Anko a bit early here with his gateway compared to AgGe, who is a lot faster with his gas though. So gonna be interesting to see if AgGe is gonna go for some trick play here, if it's gonna be fast Dark Templars, or if it's gonna be a Reaver play. Anko though really quick with his cybernetics core. And very good timing here by AgGe. We're gonna be seeing a Zealot coming out here as well. There is no second pylon yet from AgGe, which could be a sign that there is going to be a trick play here. Nope, still no second here. We have the second pylon from iRk coming up. Both players pretty late with that. Oh, here it is. Second pylon behind the mineral field. And as I said, easy to target for tanks down here. But we don't have any tanks in this game because it's a PvP. Right, so iRk is now going to find the AgGe. And as you see, it's a small choke. Only one unit can enter. And it actually it's enough to have one Zealot protecting this. Nothing can get in. If you place the Zealot at the right spot. We have robotics here from AgGe, while iRk is going for range. So most likely gonna be a Dragoon play from iRk and a Reaver play here from AgGe. Yeah, it is Legacy of Charm, my friends. Don't we just love old school maps? Wait until you see the map pool for round 3. Now that takes us back into 2005 with really cool maps as well. Yeah, exactly. 2004 was the year when Vigitor added this map to their map pool, I think. Right, so range is soon done. We have robotics coming up here from iRk, so probably gonna be observatory, while AgGe now starting his first Reaver. Yeah, exactly. That's right. That is right. It was in VCG 2003. I thought it was 2004, but maybe it's 2003. Oh, we have a 3 gateway play here from iRk. Gonna be a lot of Dragoons coming in here. While AgGe here is making the speed for the shuttle, and probably gonna be starting. Oh, it's another Reaver. He's going for a double Reaver expansion, so it's not as fast as going for one Reaver Dragoon play, but still good enough. And this is quite smart, making your protecting this entrance, because you can see a lot. You can kill scouts very early. And alright, so iRk now going to lose one of his Dragoons most likely. Yes, he is. He has 3 more though. And where is that shuttle? There's the shuttle. 4 Dragoons against 3 Dragoons and 1 Zealot, but the Zealot is really behind here. And AgGe is gonna lose one of his Dragoons. The shuttle speed should be ready right on time here, actually. Good timings. And we have a Zealot hunt, people. 4 Dragoons hunting that Zealot down. More observers coming out now. And if iRk is able to get in with his observer on time here, he's gonna be seeing this Reaver drop. But he's decided to go with the observer with his Dragoons here. And this means AgGe has to keep one of his Reavers back in the base. Alright, so first one coming in here is the first drop. Probes have been pulled, but that's a lot of probes dying to the first scarab there. Speed just done now. Oh, and that's a huge blow here. It's only 14 probes left. That has to been a lot of probes dying to that first scarab, right? Picking up the next river here. Oh, and Uncle really needs to play really defensive now. Has to protect his mineral line. He doesn't want any more rivers in there. But does he have enough? He has 4 dragoons. He has a bunch of them outside. Oh, and Agony now moving out here. Picking up the river right on time, managing to save it. And Agony playing really well right now. He haven't lost a single unit yet except for the first Dragoon and the Zealot. So Agony is in a really good position now, while Anko is a bit behind here because he lost a lot of those probes to the Scarabs. And it's tricky. So the big deal here is, how is Anko going to protect his base? He could put a lot of put his Dragoons here and defend from here. That's one of the things that you need to be able to exploit on this map. That you can have the cliff advantage, and with the good Dragoon range, you can reach very far and you get the vision as well. But at the same time, you need to protect your mineral lines because you don't want the rivers behind you. Both players expanding now. And Anko actually pulling back now. Doesn't want to defend here, which would be the best place to defend. But there is a shuttle lurking around here. Lurking around, so... But Agony is in a really good position now. Building 2 more gateways. While Anko is having his first river drop on his way. And Agony now has his first observer up, so he's just roaming around this base to see if there is any observers up here. Oh, and here we go. Rivers is dropped. Oh, but the Scarab is stuck! This is why we hate rivers and we hate Scarabs. Oh my god. Yo, what's up, Caxter? Yeah, don't we just love these shirts? They are gonna be great. Alright, so Anko didn't actually manage to do any damage with his shuttle, so he's pulling back. Does he have speed yet for the shuttle? I don't think so. So not much happening right now. Both players playing very defensive right now. Just getting pretty fat on economy. Agony has a lot of minerals to spend. And we have another river drop coming in here maybe. Oh, but Agony moving out there. Managing to capture the shuttle right before it was supposed to go into his base, which means that Anko had to turn around. Although great reflexes there, managing to keep it alive against so many Dragoons. And here is a very large engagement, people. And there are no Dragoons on the cliff here. And if Agony can manage to kill this, it's gonna be a real game changer. Alright, but Agonies. Oh, need to control them. And this is what I mean. This is like a bottle. What do you call it in English? In Swedish, it's like flaskhål. Oh, if he gets a shuttle! He doesn't need to get a shuttle. He just gets the rivers. Oh, and that's like, yeah, bottleneck. Thank you. I was gonna say bottle hole, but that's like butthole, but for a bottle. That would have been so awkward. This is live. Alright, Agony managing to kill the next Reaver as well. But Anko staying alive, keeping his base, his second base up here. So, but Agony is just producing so much right now. He's getting his second expansion as well. This is not looking good for Anko. He needs to do something right now. He needs to... Most likely he's gonna go for Templars. Yep, there's the storm. But he needs Reavers. That's the thing here. He really needs to get Reavers up. And he needs to get shuttles, and he needs to be able to defend more. Just to be able to rebuild his army again. Because Agony is having such an easy time now to get an army. He just builds more and more gateways. He's still producing Reavers, so gonna be interesting to see how Anko is planning to turn this game around. He's adding more gateways at least, and he has the storm done. He has Templars, so getting the storms on the right spots here can make a huge difference in a big fight. So gonna be interesting to see how the next engagement is gonna look like. Yeah, I know. We've seen 3 games on this map, and none of them have used the cliffs behind. We saw a Zerg versus Zerg. No, a Zerg versus Protoss, where the Zerg actually put the lurkers here instead of here. So yeah, I think that's the thing with this old school map. There's so many trick plays you can do. There's so many annoying stuff you can do against your opponent, and I think that's the fun part about casting these games, because it makes you have to think of all the unusual stuff you can do on these maps. Which I always loved about StarCraft when I started playing it, that there were so many ways to mess with your opponent's mind. Because there's so many maps with a lot of cheesy stuff you can do. So, alright, so here we have a big engagement. That's a very good storm here, and oh my god, we had a Reaver drop in the purple base. I just missed that. Don't think it killed that many. I think Anko was able to pull it off. But right now this is looking so good for Agony. He's killing everything off here. And this High Templar does not have enough energy to put on another storm. And Anko will not be able to get his second expansion up, I believe. And he's not cancelling the Nexus here. This might just be it. This does not look good for Anko right now. If he loses this expansion, that's a big blow to his economy, because he's almost mined out in his main, and this just more and more Dragoons running in here, and Agony is in a really strong position right now. The XP is gone, GG is called, and Anko taps out. So this means Agony takes the first game in this group. Alright. Next game is going to be between Kenzie and Agony. And it's gonna be on plains to hills. And that map looks like this. Seen it before. No difference to the other games we've seen today on this map. You have your natural outside your base, this high ground space, which has a ramp and to enter it. You have this the defensive cliff outside your base, which has an entrance from your main. And yeah, tricky map to play. Gonna be interesting to see what race Ken's gonna play. Is gonna go for random or is gonna go for Zerg, since AgGe is Paros. Let's get it on, peeps. Here we go. Starting in the top right position, playing in the teal suit, it is our Zerg player Kenzie. And starting in the bottom right corner, playing in the white suit, it is our Paros player AgGe or Enemy, whatever you prefer. So first game in this group was between AgGe and Anko, and we saw a PvP, which AgGe won. And this is second game in the group. It is between Enemy and AgGe. Enemy and Kenzie. And as I said, Han dropped out of this group, which means this is only a 3-player group, which means it's only 3 games, because it's best of 1 series. So if Enemy win this game, he's auto qualified for the next round in loser brackets. And if Kenzie win this game, he's 1-0 up. And Enemy is going to be 1-1, while Anko is 0-1. So then we might have to do a tiebreaker if Anko manages to beat Kenzie in the next game. So it depends on the score here. Yo, what's up? Michael, William, Mr. MVK is in the house. So AgGe here going for a wall thingy, which has a bit of flaws here. So there is actually one way you can wall here. Now this is good because if you're going Dragoons, they can get out here. But if you want the wall so Lings can't get in, then you put the pylon here and you put the gateway up here. Then you have this little space that you have to, between the pylon and the gateway, that you only have to block with 1 Zealot. This way, Lings can get through here and here. So gonna be quite hard to defend this space, I think. First Zealot is out. Oh, what's going on here? We have a proxy gate, people. Interesting. Now the thing here is AgGe haven't been scouting, and we have Zerglings coming from an early pool here from Kenzie. And these guys are gonna be able to do a shitload of damage because they can just run through here. As I said, this wall is not tight, and the second Zealot goes on his own little journey there. And 6 Zerglings in your base is so annoying. If they get this pylon, it's gonna be really hard to defend here. And oh, really good microing there from Kenzie, managing to keep all of his Zerglings against that first Zealot that got killed. First Zergling goes down now. And AgGe has now pulled a lot of his probes to be able to handle these Zerglings. But the Zealots and the probes is being picked off one by one here. And now the pylon is in real danger here. And we have Zerglings over here. We have Zerglings killing the pylon. We have one Zealot moving into the Zerg base. And if he's not getting caught, then he's gonna be able to do a lot of damage as well to the Zerg economy, because there is no drones in the expansion here. Kenzie actually gonna get the second pylon as well, and now this one is totally unpowered, and there's two Zealots being produced here, and nothing in these twos. Oh, and this does not look good for AgGe. He has 3 probes left, 2. And that's 1. And this guy has 3 kills. Oh, and I think this is GG. 2 more Zealots moving in here, but if he loses this, it's over. And he's gonna lose the Nexus here. Oh, and this is it. There's nothing more AgGe can do now. He doesn't have anything left. Trying to get Zealots up to be able to counter, but nope. GG. AgGe taps out, and that means that Kenzie wins this one. So that means NMI is 1-1, Kenzie is 1-0, and the next game is gonna be between Kenzie and Unco. And if Unco manages to win this game, all 3 players is gonna be on 1-1, which means we need to have a tiebreaker. Right, so play 1 is gonna be Unco, and the score is gonna be 0-0. This game is gonna be played on Plainsville, same map as before. As I said, it's a 4-player map. You have your natural on the cliffs outside. You have your defensive cliffs like this. Let's not drag it out anymore. Let's get into this game. So, third game in this group is, as I said, between Unco and Kenzie. Starting in the top right position, playing Zerg. It is our French Zerg player. It is Kenzie. And starting the bottom left corner, playing Protoss in the blue color, it is our American Protoss player, Unco. So let's see if Kenzie is going for the same strategy that he did against AgGe here. Is he going for a 9 pull again, or is he gonna go for a fast expansion or something else? So far so good. Unco is going for a pylon, pretty close to the entrance here, which is kind of smart. Want to have the distance to be able to protect this part as small as possible. Kenzie going for an overlord here, so it's not gonna be a 9 pull. Let's see if it's gonna be a overpull. It is gonna be an overpull. So we're gonna be seeing early Zerglings here coming in. Right, and also Unco is going for pretty early scout here. Is he going for tech play maybe? You can order the spy. Just waiting for the company to know what price they're gonna put if we order a lot of shirts. So I'll get back to you all when I know what price they want to take for them and so on, and also what the fee is for transport. Right, so we're having a tech build here from Anko, but it's only having 2 of those, 2 probes in the gas. Should be having maybe 4 in this particular starting position. And the first Zerglings are up, and 6 of them. Going for 8, and we have the hatchery coming up here as well, an expansion. So Anko really needs to get his Zealots up now, because he needs to be able to protect this. And you actually need 4 Zealots to be able to build a solid wall here against Zerglings. So gonna be pretty tough. What you can do is put a pylon here, then you only need 3 over here. Oh, 1 Zergling getting by. Is he gonna be able to get in with another one? Or all of them? Now is the time, because soon there will be 3 of them, and then he might be able to wall here. No, he isn't. So what is Kenzie's plan here? He's not building any more Zealots right now, Zerglings right now. Meanwhile, Anko here is making a Dragoon. Oh, making 2 Dragoons? Interesting play here from Anko. He goes for 1 gate Dragoon, and he's going into robotics here. That is very interesting. Is he going for Reavers? Very unorthodox, but I like it. It's one way to tackle a map like this, and it's really cool, really cool. So we have another gateway coming up here, or is he going for observers? He's playing almost like a PvP here. Goon range also. Oh, but this is a lot of Zerglings right now, and oh, the Zealots are out of place, which means that the Zerglings surround them. A lot of Zerglings dying though. 2 of them managing to go in. Are they gonna be able to kill a probe? Nope, they're not. Oh, and here's more. More Zerglings running in here, and more coming in from the Zerg base right now. And this is gonna be really hard for Anko to keep up with. He has 2 gateways, but he doesn't have the economy to be able to produce from both of them. He's making a shuttle, he's making the robotics, he might be able to get a Reaver up in time, but he needs to be able to control these Zerglings first. He can't have all of them in this base. So it all comes down to macro right now. He's gonna lose this pylon. And just manages to get the Reaver on going there, even though his supply blocked. So he will have a Reaver up. But won't make any difference if his base dies to all these Zerglings right now. And this does not look good for Anko. The Zerglings is starting to attack the pylon. If they get the pylon before the Reaver is done, oh, GG is called. Anko taps out. Which means Kenzie wins game number 3 in this group. Alright, people, so this means Kenzie wins the group with the 3-1 score because of Han and his forfeit of his spot in this group. And He's followed by NMI, also advances to the next stage in the loser brackets with 2-1. And Anko is third on his 1-2 score. And Han on 0-3 because of his forfeits. Alright. That is what it is. So next up is group number 1 in the loser bracket, and it's me, myself, and I, of course, and it's also iRk, our London-based Korean, and it's MWK from Norway, and also it is Tim, our second American process. I know that there is one game missing in this group. It is between Tim and MVK. So I'm not sure if they are going to be able to play before this cast is over. I know Tim was online a couple of hours ago, but I think he went to bed because he lives in America. He did an all-nighter. And I know they've been having some trouble arranging a time, and I think I know that if they won't be able to play the game, the victory will go to MVK because he has been trying to get the game going. Anyways, we're gonna show the cool intro for a minute, and I'm gonna go fill up my water glass, and then we're gonna go for the next series, next group, the last group. So stay tuned, people. I'll be right back.